This is a conversation, of course. So we start off with Irene, and she says, this museum is great. It was a good idea to come here. I guess we should probably start off by talking about what a museum is. That's our first word power word for today. Museum. It's spelled M-U-S-E-U-M. Museum. A museum is basically just a building where we keep important stuff. Now, it could be important to a culture. It could be important things from the past or from history. It could be things that are important in science as well. And it's a place where people can come and look at and learn about these things. Our example sentence says, this museum has many old things from Egypt. This museum has many old things from Egypt.
当然啦，今天要介绍 museum， 一定要先来认识这个字，这是博物馆的意思。如果我要自己安排出国行程，这个字一定要赶快选起来。When you travel to a different country, you will visit their famous museums, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like last time I went to Turkey, I went to like 4 or 5 different museums to learn about, like we said, culture and history a lot. That's mostly what I like to focus on when I travel.
比如说这个例句就是说可能是来到欧洲，就会有很多这类的博物馆，就是会有很多古埃及的古物，所以呢，这个 Irene 就说，这间博物馆很不错，真是个好主意来参观博物馆。What else do we know about the Soho Paper Memorial Museum?
Okay, so Irene wanted to know what it was all about, and we have Alan, and he also has another question. He says, when did this museum open? When did it open? When did it start letting people in? Not like what time does it open? Like it opens at 9 a.m. or something. Is when did this museum open? When did it start operating, letting people in to learn all about the stuff that it has inside?
有些古老的这个博物馆会有很悠久的历史，所以 Alan 就问说，这家博物馆什么时候开馆的 ？When did it open?
We have the guide. Next, the guide is somebody who shows you around the museum and explains about all the different things that are in there. Basically, the guide is like the teacher, teaching you about history and the different exhibits that they have in the museum. The guide says it opened in October 1995, so it's been open for over 20 years. Chen Suho always wanted to open a paper museum. So this person always wanted to do this. So for a very long time, wanted to open up a paper museum. And it's a paper museum, so we should learn about the word paper as well. We're going to take a look at this in our word power segment. Paper is spelled P-A-P-E-R. Paper. Paper, of course, is a material. It's thin sheets that we use to write on or even to wrap things like Christmas presents, for example. It's actually made from trees, if you didn't know that before. For example, please write your names at the top of the piece of paper. Please write your names at the top of the piece of paper.
Paper 这个是每天都会看到的东西，在我们生活中非常重要，就是纸。不过要特别注意 ，paper 是不可数名词，不可以说 a paper， 要加上量词，比如说 a piece of paper。像这个例句就是说 at the top of the piece of paper， 就在这张纸的最上方，意思就是请在这张纸的最上方写上你的名字。另外，这里我们看到一个新的人 ，a guide， 这里不是一个人的名字哦。刚刚Joe老师有提到 ，a guide 是这个博物馆的导览员，有点像是老师，会到处告诉你，这里有什么啊，介绍你的一些古物。比如说，如果你有参加过旅行团 ，a guide 也可以是你的导游 ，a tour guide。所以啊，这里就是导览员啊，会回答 Alan 的问题，说这个博物馆在1995年开放。原来这个陈述我一直很想要成立一间这个纸张博物馆。A paper museum, that's special.
Yeah, I've never heard of a paper museum. You know, before this, the most interesting sort of special museum that I've heard of is in Taipei. It's the Museum of Drinking Water. That's a real thing. I did not think that was possible, but there is one in Taipei. But this is cool too, paper museum. So that's 2 museums that I did not think could exist before, but they do. And they both just happen to be in Taiwan as well. Let's get back to our guide. Now, the guide says, sadly, he died before he could. This means before he could have a paper museum. Remember, it said he always wanted to have one, but he died. He passed away before he could see his dream come true. So his daughter opened one in his memory. If you do something in somebody's memory, it means that person has died. But you do something that maybe they always wanted to see, always wanted to do or to make happen, and then you put their name on it in some way, or you say this is for that person, like it's for my mother or for my father who passed away, something like that. You do that to honor them or to show respect to them, something like that.
不过很可惜，就是在他过世以前，一直都没有办法完成这个心愿，所以他的女儿呢，就为了纪念他，帮他成立了这一家树火纸张博物馆，就是为了纪念他 ，the memory of 的树火。
Yes, in memory of the guy who always wanted to have a paper museum. Next, Alan says, that's a nice story. Yeah, it is a nice story. Sadly, of course, he passed away, but he was still able to have his dream come true, thanks to his daughter. Now, Irene says, wow, there are many different types of paper here. Of course, it is a paper museum, so I'm sure they don't just have one kind of paper, and then that's it. I'm sure not very many people would go if there was just one piece of paper and they say, this is paper. That's it.
Here you go.
Thanks for coming. No, they have to have different types of paper. Different is our next power word for today. It's spelled D-I-F-F-E-R-E-N-T. We use the word different to talk about two or more things and separate them. They might be similar in some ways, but we want to talk about the differences, of course, when we use the word different. For example, Megan likes to listen to all different kinds of music. Megan likes to listen to all different kinds of music.
你可能想说，这个纸张博物馆里面究竟要展些什么？文章接着就说，这里面呢有不同种类的纸张 ，different 是个形容词，表示不同的、不一样的。我们每个人都是不同的个体，所以有不同的喜好嘛。比如像 Megan， 她喜欢听不同种类的音乐 ，all different kinds of music.
Let's go back to the guide again there and learn more about what's inside the paper museum. The guide says different plants can make different kinds of paper. So before I said paper comes from trees, but it also comes from other plants as well. You can make it from different plants to make different kinds of paper. So not all kinds of paper actually come from just the same types of trees or the same types of plants.
导览员接着就说，不同的植物会产生出不同种类的纸张。I've never thought about it.
That's why you need to go to the paper museum, so you can learn where all these things that you use every day, right? Everybody uses paper, most people, in most of their daily lives, so it's good to learn where this stuff comes from.
从来没有想过，有这么多不同触感的纸张，原来是因为来自不同的植物。Didn't know like it was because of different kinds of plants.
Well, that's what you learn at the paper museum. The guide says, this one is pineapple paper. And oh no, I just got that pineapple apple pen thing in my head again.
Stop, don't
Thank
even
you,
start it.
paper museum. Pineapple paper. And of course it comes from, okay, not the fruit, pineapple leaves. Okay, not from the fruit, but actually from the leaves of these pineapple trees, of course, where they grow, where you get the pineapples from.
Pineapple 跟 apple 好像没有什么关系 ，but it's pineapple.
Pineapple.
除了之前流行这个 PPAP song 之外，他们两个没什么关系。I have an apple.
Here we go again.
No, let's don't go there.
No, don't go there.
Pineapple 是一种水果，这个呢，这个稍早有讲，比如说像凤梨，之前我们有这个凤梨苹果之歌，然后呢 ，pineapple 这个 pineapple 籽呢，其实就是来自于 pineapple 的叶子 ，pineapple leaves.
Before we get too far ahead, though, let's take a look at our next power word for today. It's pineapple, and we spell it P-I-N-E-A-P-P-L-E, pineapple. A pineapple is a large fruit that grows on a tropical tree, so it grows in very hot places, And this fruit has thick skin and very sweet, juicy yellow flesh. That's the part of the fruit that you eat, of course. The example says, let's cut up some pineapple and put it in the fruit salad. Let's cut up some pineapple and put it in the fruit salad. All right, so we've learned where pineapple paper comes from. Don't sing the PPAP song again,
no,
please.
I won't.
Okay, so let's move on. Let's move on before it gets stuck in our heads again. Let's move on to banana paper. Irene says, I see this banana paper comes from banana plants. So we've got all these different kinds of paper coming from different kinds of fruit plants, fruit trees or fruit plants.
既然有凤梨纸，当然也会有其他的水果啦。所以 Irene 就说，发现这里也有香蕉纸，就是来自香蕉啦。I hope it smells like banana.
That would be really good. That would be almost too good. Maybe people would start eating the paper instead of writing on it. But let's learn about some other things that you can do at the museum besides just learning about where these different kinds of paper come from. Alan has this question. What else can we do here at the museum? So what else can you do there and to learn more?
Knowing all the
Besides
paper.
learning about pineapple paper and banana paper and
what else?
Other apple paper? I don't know. Other kinds of paper.
在这间博物馆认识了这个不同的纸张，还可以做什么呢？这边我们用 can 拿来做疑问句 ，can 是个助动词，所以跟 do does 一样会有否定句、否定词跟疑问句。Let's go to today's magic box and find out more.